Testing 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we are going to take a deep dive into CrypSure. And for those of you that don't know, CrypSure is going to be going live as a token on GateIO, probably within the next few days. I'm going to take you through everything you need to know. And we're going to start the timer now. 3, 2, 1, go. We have an hour to take you through the project, and we're going to try and show you whether we like the project, what we like about the project. We're going to go through everything. So first of all, welcome. If you are on GateIO, make sure to give us a follow. We try and stream at least 5 or 6 times a week on GateIO, and we also try and bring you all the content we can as fast as possible. So make sure to give us a follow on there. If you are watching over on the red and white logoed website, make sure to go down below. We have a link to GateIO in the description. So underneath you will see a sentence: streaming live on GateIO Crypto. We review the project currently available, watch live, startup details, all of the information you need to come over is available. So what are we going to go through today? Well, on the right hand side, you will see a list of everything that we are going to cover in today's show. First of all, we're going to go through GateIO, the startup section, and why you really need to have an account on GateIO, why you need to get involved with the startups, the startup mining, and everything else that they run. Then we're going to go through the startup info. That's the information we've got about the project on GateIO, the risks, the inherent risks, the timescales, the go lives, everything else like that. We're going to go through that as well. Then we're going to get onto the project itself, really. Excuse me. We're going to go through the website. We're going to go through the tokenomics. How does the token work? We're going to have a look at the white paper. Then we're going to look at the AI section. We're going to take a look at Medium, where they have a couple of articles written about the project. And then we're going to have a look at their socials and basically show you who to follow and where you can find out about this project, what you should be doing to keep involved with the project, and all of that good stuff. And then at the end, we're going to give you our conclusion of what we think about CrypSure. Now, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it correct, CrypSure. I don't know how else to pronounce it, but I think it's a combination of crypto and insure. So CrypSure, that's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, let me know in chat, because I really do not know. Now, again, it's very important to understand that this is, well, should not be seen as financial advice, first of all. These are my opinions and my opinions only. They are not the opinion of GateIO or anybody else. This is just what I think of the project, and I'm reviewing the information I have to hand. So everything that's available to me, we're going to go through. We're going to go through, as I said, the white paper, the tokenomics, everything we've got. Because if we don't, we cannot make an educated conclusion on the project. So first of all, hello to you all in chat. I hope you are all doing well. A big wave to you all out there. Let's first of all go over to GateIO, which most of you watching on GateIO are going to know all of this anyway. So you don't need to pay too much attention to that. The reason why you need to be bullish on GateIO is very simple. They have added multiple sections to the startup page where you can go and earn crypto for either getting involved with the projects or simply holding GT token. Now, as you scroll down here, you're going to see the section called In Progress on Startup. You'll see there's the DI, maybe, Box, Matrix, Agent, SuperDApp, CrypSure, which I've subscribed to, Gigs, and then the ones down here, these are all the ones that have expired. We covered Love Chain not too long ago. So that's the first element of the startup section. The second is mining, and I am super bullish on mining. Very simply because it gives me somewhere to put my GT tokens, which I am slowly starting to accumulate. Excuse me, I have a really bad cough today. Startup mining allows you, for example, if you hold CATI token, you can stake it here and you can earn TON. And as you can see down here, the APR is 353%, and it's going to run for 10 days. So you're pretty much going to get 3% return, roughly, maybe 3%, maybe more, on your tokens. You can see down here, you've got others in progress. You've got the CEC, where you can stake the CEC token, or you can stake your GT token. You've got MAC, you have others. What I'm trying to say to you is that I am on a lot of exchanges. Some of them don't offer you the startup section. Some of them keep all the funds to themselves. This is not the case with GateIO. If you go to GateIO and you sign up, you will be able to take part in pretty much all of the options. So make sure to go and check that out. Now, that's a little bit about GateIO. And if you're not on GateIO, there is a link underneath in the description that allows you to come across and become a member of the GateIO community. And what's the most important thing you need to do if you join GateIO? That's right, you need to follow Crypto Warehouse on GateIO. Who else is going to bring you all the news on a daily basis in 1 hour? Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Central European time. We do nothing but tell you what's going on in crypto. Now onto the project CrypSure then. We are in the start subscription element. The trading will start in pretty much 22 hours time. So this time tomorrow, it will be trading. I subscribed apparently on the 11th at 2 p.m. UTC +2, and I have a VIP level of 1, although I am only getting a lucky draw, which apparently is because I need to hold my 10 GT tokens, which I should probably go and get after this stream. Very important that I go through the risks associated with every single startup. Remember, we are not here to tell you to buy or sell any tokens. We are here to give you the information and for you to make your own educated decision on it. However, there are always risks with every token, including Bitcoin. The startup project is still in its initial stage. Factors including the operation and underlying tech of the project and other related regulatory activities might contribute to significant risks. Advanced technical and financial knowledge is required to understand and evaluate the inherent risks of crypto asset investment. Although today I am going to try and explain CrypSure to you in a simple way possible, in the simplest terms possible, so you can hopefully understand everything. And remember, if you are watching, drop a comment underneath. Drop a comment in here if you have any questions. So basically type your questions here. That's all you have to do. Where are we? The volatility of the market is high, especially at the moment, and the price of the token might fluctuate drastically due to technical, regulatory, and marketing factors. Users may not be able to withdraw all the purchased tokens due to technical issues of the project or GateIO. So that's the risk that in every project you're going to get it. We have covered probably 10 or 20 different projects now on GateIO. Each of them we read the risk warning out. I'm not singling out CrypSure for that risk warning. You have to understand the risk is with you. You need to make the decision to invest in these projects. I can only tell you what I read about today. And again, I am not paid to shill you CrypSure. I'm paid to give you my opinion on the project. Now, in total, there are 42,000 people who have taken up the startup. It's pending. It will be available, as I've said, in 22 hours time. Now, there is some information down here. We're not going to read through all of it because we're going to go through a lot of this on the website in a second. But very quickly then, CrypSure is revolutionizing e-commerce with a decentralized payments platform that brings the security of traditional credit card chargebacks to cryptocurrency transactions. Powered by the CRS token, the platform fosters community involvement and efficient dispute resolution. By leveraging blockchain tech and AI, CrypSure ensures trust, security, and efficiency, addressing consumer confidence in crypto dealings. And then further down here, Kim is the visionary founder and CEO of CrypSure, bringing over 20 years of extensive experience in the finance industry. His career includes serving as the head of division at KW Securities and Investment Banking, where he played a pivotal role in shaping investment strategies and driving growth. With a strong background in financial management and strategic leadership, Kim is leading CrypSure's mission to revolutionize e-commerce payments through blockchain tech. And again, the tokenomics, the technical overview, the token allocation, we're going to read all about this on the website, so we don't need to see too much of that here. And if you're joining me, I am going to go through this again at the end in the conclusion. But I always find it easier to go through the website and basically find out everything I need to know from there. If it's not on the website, if the white paper is lacking, we're going to find out when we go through it. So CrypSure is revolutionizing secure cryptocurrency payments for e-commerce, combining traditional financial security with cryptocurrency innovation. And here you have, I suppose, the 4 key selling points of CrypSure. Excuse me. Decentralized chargebacks, secure chargebacks for crypto transactions, AI-driven security, detect and prevent fraud with advanced AI, flexible payments, accept major cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and CRS, and community governance, stake CRS tokens for governance and rewards. How it works: register and integrate, connect CrypSure to your e-commerce platform, accept payments, seamlessly accept major cryptocurrencies. Secure transactions, benefit from decentralized chargebacks and AI security. And that is pretty much it from the front page. I must admit, I come to some of these projects from time to time. I go to the front page and they absolutely try and baffle you with science. And that is really not what crypto is all about. Lol. You want a simple introduction to your project, and on your front page you want the reasons that people should be using CrypSure. It's like having a shop. You're going to put your best offers in the shop window. You're going to put your nicest looking cakes in the shop window, or the biggest discounted products in the shop window. That's what you want. You come to the front page of CrypSure, you read a very simple description, and further down you see 4 reasons why you should use it. It's common sense. So many projects that we look at on this channel don't have that common sense. So already I'm off to a good start. Already they're in my good books. Underneath as well, you have the simple steps to implementing the project. So that's pretty much it. Now, I would normally go through the white paper first, but I do want to go through the CRS token, because I think the CRS token is key to everything that this project does. And for that reason, I think it's probably wise to go through the tokenomics first before we go through the white paper, because this isn't, you know, it's not a gamified project with emissions left, right, and center. This is a project that has a utility token involved. So the emphasis for me in this review is to look at the token first and find out why you should hold the token. And that for me is the key. CRS tokens facilitate transactions, governance, and rewards within the CrypSure ecosystem. Stake CRS tokens to qualify for jury selection and earn rewards from transaction fees. Now, again, something else that it's all well and good me showing you a pie chart, but you need to understand it, and you need to understand what you're looking for. If more than 50 or 40% of the tokens are associated with the VCs and the team, we have a problem. And why is that? Very simply, if they have half the tokens, then the emissions and the selling of that token is going to come from that 50%. What you're looking for is a project where it's 30, 35, 40% of the tokens are associated with the team or with the VCs. That way, the majority of the tokens are in the ecosystem. Now, for me, I'm pretty happy with this breakdown. 40% is going to the ecosystem. Only 5% is going to the team. 5% of the tokens going to the team. 5% goes into the escrow funds for the protocol. 10% goes to strategic investors and partners. 15% to marketing, and 20% for development. For me, solid. absolutely solid. This is what I want to see from the tokenomics. The development should take up a very large percentage of the project. This is not an easy project. This is not a click-to-earn game. This is a serious project. So 20% is fine, 15% for marketing. Again, you want to get the word out there. Totally on board with that. 10% for strategic partners and investors. Again, solid. 5%, 5%, 5%. Again, everything you want from a project. I'm pretty happy with this. Again, I wanted to cover the tokenomics off first because I wanted to show you this project is not, it's not a cash grab. It's not a rug pull. They're not going to try and dump on you with this project. So again, if this wasn't the case, I wouldn't be saying this. Again, if you've watched me for some time, you'll know that I put as much trust in myself as I do in other people. And if I've got an opinion, I'm going to tell you what that is. So the tokenomics looks solid. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and have a look, a bit of a deep dive, if you like, at the white paper. Now again, something to bear in mind is we've got an hour to go through this. It sounds like an awful lot of time. It really isn't, especially when we've got to go through and explain things in simple terms or try and give you our commentary on these things. We're already 15 minutes in. Yes, we've covered off the startup. Yes, we've covered off the project. Yes, we've covered off the tokenomics. But we have, as you can see, the white paper, the AI, medium, socials, and conclusions to get through. It really does fly by. So this is their white paper. It's 17 pages long. Again, I'm not a fan of a 50-page white paper. Similarly, I'm not a fan of a 2-page white paper. I'm a fan of a white paper that looks like it has been written, not just copied and pasted. So we're going to go through this and I'll give you my opinion of this on the end. I haven't read the white paper. I did read the website. I have read everything else. I've looked at Medium. The one thing I haven't done is gone through the white paper because I wanted to do that on stream. So again, we've covered this off. We don't need to read all of this. However, this might explain their motivation. By building consumer trust, CrypSure can pave the way for the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency for everyday transactions. This significant advancement could help fulfill the long-awaited potential of the crypto industry, making CrypSure a key player in shaping a future where digital currencies become a prevalent payment method. No matter which cryptocurrencies prevail, CrypSure will ensure secure and reliable transactions, paving the way for this anticipated future. Now, what I want to know is, if I send Ethereum from my account to you, am I going to be sending it now through CrypSure? Because the one thing it mentions here is chargebacks. A chargeback, for those of you that have never run a business, is if you get 200 online payments for products that you sell, the chances are 3 or 4 of those are going to be put through as a chargeback. Some of them are soft chargebacks, some of them are hard chargebacks. But basically, at the end of the day, it's people saying that they didn't pay for your goods. Now in crypto, if I send you Ethereum or if I send you Bitcoin, it's gone and I'll never get it back. So I'm interested to see why it's talking about chargebacks when chargebacks are simply not going to be available. You're not going to get chargebacks because the transaction is final. So we're going to go through this and I'm going to try and understand the motivation behind mentioning chargebacks. Maybe it's for new people to crypto who simply don't understand how crypto works, and that's fine, but we're going to go and find out. Right then, let us move on. Again, this is not a stream where I am going to read out every single sentence on every single page. That is not what we're about. I'm trying to give you the essence of CrypSure and what they are trying to do. So, introduction, I don't think we need to read any of that. This is probably where we get down to the nuts and bolts of what they are doing. Platform overview then. It operates as a payment gateway with consumer-friendly security features akin to industry leaders like Stripe, but with a distinct focus on facilitating cryptocurrency payments for e-commerce. This innovative approach allows merchants to significantly expand their customer base by accepting payments in a wide range of cryptocurrencies, thereby tapping into a growing market. they accept the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and of course, CrypSure token. This flexibility not only attracts tech-savvy consumers, but also caters to those looking for more secure and private transaction methods. Consumers, on the other hand, benefit immensely from CrypSure's emphasis on security and flexibility through decentralized chargebacks. Traditional chargeback systems provide a level of consumer protection that has thus far been absent in cryptocurrency space. With CrypSure, consumers can enjoy the same level of trust and confidence when making online purchases with digital assets. This innovative feature allows for the resolution of disputes in a manner similar to traditional credit card transactions, reducing the risk of fraud and enhancing overall user trust. Now, again, if I send a transaction in Ethereum, there's no way for me to get it back. So are they trying to protect consumers, or are they trying to protect merchants? Because merchants don't have chargebacks at the minute through crypto. They don't, because the crypto is gone. It's gone. If you send me a Litecoin as a payment for something, then I've got it. You've got proof that I've got it from the public ledger. But then there's no recourse for you to actually get it back. So I'm a bit confused as to what they're doing. Are they trying to introduce chargebacks to crypto transactions? Because they're talking about protecting consumers rather than protecting companies. Okay. The CRS token is designed to facilitate transactions within the platform, incentivizing community participation and providing additional benefits such as reduced transaction fees and enhanced loyalty programs. CrypSure's approach to combining the strengths of traditional payment gateways with the benefits of cryptocurrency transactions positions it as a forward-thinking solution in the evolving digital economy. By providing a secure, flexible, and user-friendly platform, CrypSure not only meets the needs of modern consumers and merchants, but also sets the stage for the future of digital payments. Again, very nice. Here we go. So consumer, CrypSure, merchant. Again, this looks to me like they are positioning themselves as a facilitator of disputed transactions. That seems to be what I'm getting from their platform. Now, the issue that you're going to have there is the take up by the merchants. The merchants are already under pressure with chargeback fees, having to deal with chargebacks, all of those good things. Why are they suddenly going to switch to a company that will allow for chargebacks? That's the question. Why would they do that? Is there an incentive to doing that? Decentralized chargeback process. Here we go. So initiation of chargeback request from the client. That goes through to CrypSure. They then inform the merchant. Juries are selected, which are then have blind voting and then a decision consensus. So what they're doing is they are allowing somebody to initiate a chargeback. They're informing the merchant that that's going to happen. But then instead of them making a decision, they are putting that out to a jury. And the jury will be based on people holding the CRS token. And they will vote on whether it is a legitimate dispute or not. That is how it appears to work. So they are using a decentralized jury of individuals to decide on that chargeback. That's interesting. That's a novel take on the situation. So the consumer initiates the chargeback. It's submitted. The seller and the consumer submit their evidence. The juries decide. It's a blind vote, decision consensus, a majority vote among jurors, and then jurors are incentivized to vote honestly and fairly. Now, the issue is with this, before we get on to examples, is the point of crypto is for it to be instantaneous. So if I pay you, if I'm in the UK and you're in South Africa, and I send you one Litecoin, for you to send me a painting of a lion, okay? A digital painting of a lion, an NFT, whatever. You send that to me and you get your Litecoin immediately, and there's no recourse, and that's the end of it, okay? Now, yes, I could send you your Litecoin, you could not send me your NFT. That's why there are platforms like Magic Eden exist, and OpenSea, and the likes. They exist, so you list your Lion NFT, I pay my Litecoin, I buy it, I get the picture, the NFT, you get the Litecoin. That's how it works. End of story. This is replicating existing business practices in crypto. Now, if I use CrypSure as a merchant, I want instant payment, or as instant as possible. I want 1 day, 12 hours, 6 hours payment terms. How are they going to initiate chargebacks on the merchant without the merchant actually having to have money on deposit with CrypSure? That's an issue for me. That's a real problem that I'm not sure they're going to be able to overcome. So, Alice doesn't receive her smartwatch ordered from Bob's online store. Bob insisted the package has been delivered successfully. Alice starts a chargeback request through CrypSure. Alice provides the details. Bob doesn't provide a tracking number or a payment proof for shipment. The juries decide, and of course in this instance, clearly Alice is going to get her money back because, of course, it was correctly voted. Seller protected from false claim, this one. Now, John receives designer shoes from Emma's online store, but claims they are counterfeit. They start a chargeback. John provides photos of the shoes, description for the website, payment confirmation and transaction ID. Emma provides the photos of shoes before shipping, the original listing, the details, the authenticity records, and the explanation of John's misunderstanding. In this instance, the chargeback request is denied and it was correctly voted for. And again, I kind of understand how it all works. But I do have a huge issue with this. And the issue is I don't think anybody's going to use it. It's not going to get adopted. However, that's only my opinion based on that element of the project. CRS token holders stake their tokens to qualify for jury service, basically. Stakers are rewarded with a portion of the processing fees generated by CrypSure, distributed according to the size of their stake. Now, don't get me wrong, being a juror is you being paid to make the right decision. And I wholeheartedly agree with how the process works. I wholeheartedly agree there should be consumer protection and merchant protection and a dispute cure in the middle, which is you guys voting for it. I completely agree with that. My issue is why are merchants going to use CRS? And that's the question I want this white paper to answer. Transaction fees that represent a percentage of all sales processed through merchants using CrypSure are converted to CRS, then redistributed to token holders who have staked their CRS. This mechanism ensures community engagement and provides a sustainable incentive for participating, and that I absolutely agree with. The issue with a lot of tokens that we've looked at, especially on here in the last 4 or 5 weeks, pretty much, all the tokens are emission based. There's no buyback, there's no burn mechanism, there's no buy pressure on the tokens. In this instance, the tokens are being bought on every single transaction. Now, if it's $5 in transaction fees, that's going to become, let's say it's 5 tokens, $5 of tokens. Let's say it's 5 tokens, but let's say the price goes to $2. Those $5 in transaction fees will become 2.5 CRS tokens. So even though it's buying less tokens, the actual monetary purchase of the tokens is still going to be $5. There's always going to be that fiat-based value buy value on the token. So I understand how this flywheel works. It makes perfect sense. So you will be rewarded for staking with jury service and then governance. The rewards, performance criteria, adjusting fee structures, voting on policy updates. I agree with all of that wholeheartedly. Again, over time with DAOs, what people think misunderstand is DAOs are not there to make decisions every week for the next 10 years. That's not how a DAO works. A DAO is there to make important decisions, critical decisions, reviewing the project after every quarter, every year, deciding if that project is heading in the right direction. Is it making enough profits? Are there too many rewards being paid out? And again, in a DAO, most people can put forward votes. They can say, they want to decide whether the project is going in the right direction, whether they want to do a different direction, whether they want to remove merchants whose chargeback rates are too high. All of those things are involved in the DAO decision making. But again, don't get me wrong. If you compare this to, say, the Jupiter DAO, which exists, the active staking rewards, I think they have maybe, so far this year, they've had maybe 8 or 9 votes in 9 months. So it's one a month. It's not a massive amount. And those votes are going across airdrops, new tokens, rewards, whatever. So in this instance, if you're voting once a month on CrypSure, I mean, it's no real hardship, is it? It's not going to put you out of your way. Now, the tokenomics, I know we've covered the breakdown, but I think it's important to understand the tokenomics on a more deeper level. So holding and staking the CRS tokens align stakeholders' interests, promoting a community-driven approach to governance. Token staking not only qualifies users for jury selection, but also entitles them to transaction fee rewards. Jurors who fulfill their responsibilities are compensated, while inactive participants face penalties, reinforcing the security and efficiency. Again, if you're asked to decide on a chargeback and you don't do it, you don't get rewarded. That should be a simple fact of life. The people putting the effort in should receive the rewards. So the CRS token serves functions of payments, fee reduction, and juror compensation. Again, the tokenomics of this are sound. It is not the tokenomics that I have the issue with. As CrypSure expands, increased transaction volumes and juror participation will heighten demand for CRS tokens. The utility-driven demand, combined with its governance and reward functionalities, ensures CSRs, I think that should say CRS's, pivotal role in shaping a robust and community-driven payment ecosystem. Now, again, I don't think I've ever read a white paper that hasn't had a single mistake in it. So I think we can forgive them that we are on page 11, and so far they've made one typo, which is forgiven. Now, the AI element of this is before we get to this, let's very quickly skip back to the website. Hello, Swimming. Remember, put your questions in here. Let's translate that. I don't even know how to translate the question. I am awfully sorry. Chat translation is now turned on. If you want to ask your question again, I will answer you. Now, very quickly, before we get to the AI section, I want to very quickly pop back to the website to go through the kind of top level view of AI first. AI integration, enhanced security with AI. CrypSure leverages AI to detect fraud and optimize dispute resolution. AI-driven fraud detection, real-time analysis to safeguard users' assets, and streamlined dispute resolution. AI assists jurors, providing insights for fair resolutions. Continuous learning and adaptation. CrypSure's AI continuously learns and adapts to enhance fraud detection and security. So again, that's the top level approach. I wanted to cover that off before we go back in here. CrypSure empowers its platform to detect and mitigate fraudulent activities swiftly while streamlining the dispute resolution process. So how are they going to do it? I think we've covered the couple of things on their website, but let's have a look a little bit deeper. CrypSure employs sophisticated AI algorithms to fortify its platform against fraudulent activities and optimize operational efficiency. These algorithms are pivotal in transforming traditional e-commerce payment securities. Central to CrypSure's security framework is its AI-driven fraud detection system. This system continuously analyzes transactional data in real time, scanning for anomalies and patterns indicative of fraudulent behavior. By scrutinizing transaction histories, user behaviors, and other relevant data points, the AI identifies and flags suspicious activities promptly. This proactive approach not only mitigates potential risks, but also safeguards user assets and maintains trust. In addition to bolstering security, CrypSure harnesses AI to optimize the efficiency of its dispute resolution process, which is critical for maintaining seamless operations. And again, we've covered this, but we'll go over it very briefly. AI provides jurors with valuable insights and predictive analytics. These insights empowers jurors to make well-formed decisions swiftly, ensuring fair and expedited dispute resolutions. This integration not only accelerates the resolution process, but also enhances accuracy and consistency in decision-making, thereby reinforcing the platform's reliability and user satisfaction. Now, one thing I would say about this is, and again, I don't want to jump the gun on this as I'm likely to be wrong, but if I was a platform creator such as CrypSure, I would start with the process of using real people to analyze these chargebacks and everything else that's going on and fraud detection. What I would do then, however, is 6, 12, 24 months down the line, is I would switch from using a juror panel to using the AI system. AI it has to learn and it has to adapt. And AI relies, at this moment in time, AI relies solely on data. The more data it has, the more accurate it can become. Given that, why would you expect CrypSure 2 years down the line to still require human interaction? Why would it not solely want AI to make the decision? Because AI, it is faster, as it is said, and it is cheaper. What happens when CrypSure is processing 5 million transactions a day? Let's say it's transacting 5 million transactions a day. Now, let's say, for argument's sake, that 0.1% of the transactions are chargebacks. And that's actually a lot lower than it would be. It'd probably be up towards maybe 10 or 20,000. Let's say 5,000. So 5,000 transactions a day are going through the feedback loop of chargebacks. You have potentially 1,000 jurors. They've got 5 chargeback resolutions a day to look at every day of every month. Okay? That's a lot of work. Now, we're not talking about CrypSure doing this on day one or doing this initially. We're talking about as it starts to build out. Why wouldn't they want AI to process all of those chargeback resolutions in one go? Once it's learnt from human nature over a 2-year period to understand the words used, the types of chargebacks, the locations, its social profiling of human beings, age, sex, location, all of that kind of stuff. Once it's learned all of that, why are we bothering jurors with having to make so many decisions every day? If we've got 500 jurors and there's only 1,000 chargebacks a day processed. That's 2 a day, that's 60 a month. How much are the fees going to be able to afford to pay those jurors to keep them doing this? Do they suddenly have a full-time job from doing this? Are they getting $10, $20, $100 per chargeback? It's a question that doesn't necessarily have to be answered today, because obviously, certainly, it will work perfectly fine as it is. But further down the line, I don't think having human beings involved is the answer. Now, let's move down a little bit. Again, the AI system, we've just been talking about data. It will have a continuous learning and adaptation element in it. This will enhance the security, make the operation more efficient, and create a certain level of trust and reliability. CrypSure's strategic integration of AI not only fortifies its security framework against fraud, but optimizes operational efficiency. Again, I agree with all of this, and this should be based on AI. Absolutely, 100% it should be based on AI. Right, we've got 20 minutes left, and I think we're going to have enough time. CrypSure aims to extend its footprint into international markets, catering to diverse users across the globe. By supporting additional cryptocurrencies beyond its current offerings, CrypSure seeks to broaden its appeal and accessibility. Advanced AI integration. Building upon the existing capabilities, CrypSure is dedicated to advancing its AI integration to new heights. CrypSure aims to automate and streamline dispute resolution processes further, leveraging predictive analytics to expedite case resolutions while maintaining fairness and transparency. What I would imagine... Actually, let's go through the last one first. In preparation for burgeoning transaction volumes, CrypSure prioritizes scalability. As a cornerstone of its development roadmap, efforts are underway to optimize platform infrastructure, ensuring robust performance and low latency even under peak loads. Scalability enhancements will not only accommodate growing user demands, but also uphold cost efficiency, thereby bolstering CrypSure's capability to support a rapidly expanding ecosystem. Looking ahead, these strategic initiatives underscore the commitment to pioneering advancements in decentralized e-commerce. Again, what do I think of that so far? Well, first of all, I think they've answered the question that we had, which basically was, I need to let some air in, that once we get to the point of them having thousands and thousands of transactions and potential chargebacks within the next few years, they are going to try and streamline it. So what I would imagine is they will have multiple layers of chargebacks, starting with very simple, very easy to answer chargebacks, and AI will be taking advantage of that. And AI will be fixing those, and they will never see a jury, if you like. Then I think what's going to happen is they will have an escalation process where AI simply can't make a decision, or it wants a different level of certainty. I imagine anything with a certainty level of 80 or 90% or above will automatically be charged back or rejected, but there will be cases that are maybe 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20. They could very well go to a jury, and that would make sense. I think what we need to do is balance off the use of AI against the use of real human beings, so there is a fine and fair balance between the two, and not have every case and every dispute being solved by a human being. Likewise, not every case being solved by AI. We certainly don't want to go down the route of Little Britain, where computer says no. Now then, we're going to move on very quickly to competition. Again, we don't need to spend a lot of time on this. Stripe, we know all about. Square, we know all about. BitPay, the other versions of Pay, we know all of them. Each of these competitors brings unique strengths such as market presence, user-friendly interfaces, and robust security measures. CrypSure distinguishes itself through its focus on decentralized chargebacks, community-driven governance with the CSR token, and advanced AI integration. In conclusion then, And I've got to say, before we get to the conclusion, a very solid, a very well put together white paper with one mistake. And again, that's pretty decent in this day and age. CrypSure represents a significant leap forward in e-commerce payments, merging the security advantages of cryptocurrencies with the consumer protections found in traditional financial systems. Through innovations like decentralized chargebacks, CrypSure provides users with the confidence to transact online securely. Its community-driven ecosystem, supported by the token, ensures transparent governance and incentivizes active participation. Advanced AI algorithms enhance the security by detecting and preventing fraud, while streamlining dispute resolutions through data-driven insights. Looking ahead, CrypSure is committed to expanding globally, supporting more cryptocurrencies, advancing AI capabilities for enhanced security, and ensuring scalability to meet growing transaction demands. In summary, CrypSure stands at the forefront of digital payments, poised to redefine e-commerce by combining innovation with robust user protection and efficiency. What a killer last sentence that was. And of course, hidden Easter egg at the end, thank you. Well, I'm always going to go to the end. Well, you know what? Absolutely. I'm going to give them a 9.9 out of 10 for their white paper. That is a really solid white paper. Remember, if you are in chat and you have questions to ask in there. That's where you need to ask them. Now then, we've got 13 or 14 minutes left. So what we're going to do now is there's two things to go through before we come back to GateIO. And that is one to go through Medium, and the other is we're going to go through their socials. But before we do, first of all, I need a drink. I have a very sore throat today. And then something else I need you to understand is this, that every project that we cover on this channel comes with an inherent risk. CrypSure is no different. You need to make your own decisions based on the research that you are doing now by watching videos like this. I'm going to give you my honest opinion of everything. As you've seen so far, the tokenomics are fantastic. We're going to get into the conclusion at the end, but the tokenomics stack up. The way the project works stacks up. Everything about the project stacks up. The only thing that I see as a barrier for me is, of course, the fact that you need to get adoption. So when we talk about crypto, we talk about regulation, adoption, and interoperability. We don't need to worry about interoperability with CrypSure because they are a payment provider. They don't need to be on Ethereum. They don't need to be on Solana or Cardano. They are a payment provider. So regulation and adoption, they are the two key tenets that we need for CrypSure. Now, how do they go about that? They basically sign up as many merchants as they can, and those merchants offer CrypSure as a payment solution. The issue is, are those merchants going to want to add chargebacks back into their payment solution? That is the key. Now then, now that I've got that out of the way, let's very quickly go through Medium. Now, they are, if we go back to their front page, nobody ever, by the way, nobody ever seems to actually follow anybody on Medium. I notice this a lot. You'll have, like, GateIO will have 55 followers. CrypSure has got 1 follower. It doesn't make them a bad platform, but no, I think Medium has made it so impossible to sign up and become a user that just nobody bothers. They just read the articles. So again, what you do is when you look through Medium or their social media platform, you're looking for a pattern. You're looking for how long have they been on Medium? How long have they been commentating? You know, how long have they been making articles, for example? So as you can see down here, we have the GateIO article, which we'll look at in a second. August the 31st, August the 14th, August the 4th, July the 26th. So we've got 2 months, nearly 2 months of them posting on here. And again, I'm not sure that's a solid number on here for me. But again, a lot of people switch from Medium to X when they realise that the take-up on Medium is just so poor. Medium is very good for search engine optimization. I don't think it's very good for getting your content out there. We are thrilled to announce that CrypSure is officially listing on GateIO, one of the world's leading cryptocurrency exchanges. This marks a significant milestone in their journey, bringing our innovative decentralized e-commerce payments platform to a large global audience. Trading starts on the 13th of September at 9 a.m. UTC, which is about 23 hours from now. Mark your calendars. Key dates of listening, there you go. You're going to have the CRS USDT. Going to be listed on GateIO. There is the link to that page there, I believe. And there is the link to the announcement. And there's just a bit of a detail about that. So again, interesting. But again, I don't think it's really worthy of our time, especially as we're running out of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly skip over to their socials, and then I will give you my conclusion when this loads. Again, I do apologize for the constant pausing, but I have a sore throat. Oh, there we go. So CrypSure is probably, if you're going to do your own research, if you're going to follow any project that we cover on this channel, my advice is very simple. Follow the official X account or Twitter account, whatever you decide you're going to call it these days. The issue that you've got with holding tokens like this is that you've got to be able to stay up to date with all of their content. So what you should be doing is two things. Number one, you press follow. And number two, you turn on the notification bell. And the reason you do that is that you shouldn't be following 500 or 600 projects. It's too much. You should be following 20, 30, 40 projects that you want to be involved with. You can't keep up unless you're going to spend hours upon hours doing this. However, and I'm going to get onto my conclusion in a bit, I think you should be following CrypSure on Twitter. This is not your average project that we have covered on here in the past. I think it is fairly solid. I think they have a really good premise. I think they have a very good white paper. I think you should certainly go and give them a follow. I think it's worthy of at least that, and then keep up to date with them, because you don't know what they're going to be doing in 6 to 12 months time. And believe you me, if they've signed up 5 or 10 or 20,000 merchants, these guys are going to be huge. You know, they're going to be in the same breath as Stripe. Okay, so always follow, even if you don't trade the token, follow them. I think they are worthy of that. AI-powered e-commerce payments, secure crypto chargebacks driven by blockchain, shaping the future of digital payments. Just under 100,000 followers, and August 2022, so 2 years in the making. And there is the news about the GateIO listing. The CRS token from CrypSure app will be live soon. Trading starts 13th of September at 9 a.m. The trading link is there on GateIO. There is the listing from GateIO explaining the number of tokens. And there is a $1,000 giveaway alert teaming up with GateIO. Follow those two pages, tag 3 friends and retweet. And as you can see, that's been done 331 times. Not bad odds to win $1,000, really, is it? Not bad odds. Now, there is the link to the article that we've just read. There is more news about the CRS token, more news about GateIO, And again, we scroll down and they are publishing links to all of their Medium articles that they have written. Let's go a bit further down. And there is a Gleam. That was back on August the 12th. They ran a Gleam campaign for you to win the tokens as well. So again, I'll be honest, not overly impressed by their social media presence, if you like. I think they could have done a little bit better. They seem to be pinning their hopes squarely on the GateIO launch. And listen, you know, GateIO is one of the top exchanges in the world. It's not anything to be sniffed at, in my opinion. They are a solid exchange. They've survived one of the toughest bear markets we've ever seen. They have great customer support and they're a great exchange. And we stream on there, and we don't stream everywhere, but we do stream on GateIO. So they get our they get a big thumbs up from us. So then, socials, you want to go over and follow them on X. What I'm going to do now is very quickly go back to GateIO, and then I'm going to give you, I've got 4 minutes left. I'm going to give you my conclusion. You don't want to miss that. That's for sure. So let's get rid of this. And go back to here. So then, from the beginning, number one, if you're watching on YouTube, there is a link to GateIO in the description. Click on that and you will be able to come over here. GateIO is more than just an exchange. You have the ability to take part in multiple startups. They have startup mining, they have startup tasks, they have Web3. They have all kinds of ways for you to win. There is a link to GateIO under this stream that you can join, you can follow, and you can get involved. Now, just to give you a snapshot of where we are, at this moment in time, you can take part in Deal, Box, Matrix, Agent, Supra, CRS, and Gigs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 live startups. Each of them, if you have, I think, a minimum of $10 or $15, each of them allows you to either claim available shares or enter a prize draw to win them. That is incredible. Startup mining, if you hold GT tokens, you can participate in the CEC, you can participate in the MAK. So you've got two different ways of getting involved. And they have just introduced GT staking, paying over 10%. So you can even stake your GT and earn 10%. Again, don't sleep on GateIO. Okay, now I really don't have a lot of time. So let's very quickly go through my conclusion after I've shown you this page one more time. So to get involved, you come to the CrypSure, you press this magic button here. That will take you, well, it will tell you that you've signed up to it, but that will take you to the page with the countdown showing you've got 21 hours left. Okay, that is it. Now, what is my final thoughts then on CrypSure? This is the bit you've all been waiting for. First of all, as a standalone project, this has an incredibly good white paper. This has a really good set of tokenomics. This has a way for the token to hold its value over time. It's not novel, it's not brand new, they're not doing anything differently. Let me just scroll my mouse down so you can actually see. There we go. So they're not doing anything different. What is the problems then? So CrypSure, everything about it looks top drawer. Clearly, the founder knows what he's doing because this is a really well put together project. The single flaw for me in this project is adoption. What is going to make me use this project when I can just take crypto off people and have no chargebacks? The argument against that will be, if you use CrypSure, then it gives the consumer a level of protection against you running off with my money. And I take that on board, and that is probably a very solid reason. The next thing that I think answers that question is, I would imagine in the next 5 years or so, there will be a consumer protection act introduced around the world where crypto companies or companies that accept money in crypto will have to offer a chargeback defense. That's on the cards, okay? Because at the end of the day, governments want to protect them. So that answers the question of how will it be adopted. It will be adopted through regulations. So not now, not next week, maybe not even next month, but within the next 4 or 5 years, more and more companies like CrypSure will start to exist. It's not revolutionary. It's basically like Stripe or PayPal, but for crypto, okay? The AI element is good. They're using new technologies to advance themselves. So that's a solid play. The team is experienced. That's a solid play. The white paper makes sense. It's all a solid play. So is this a snog, marry, avoid? Is this a buy, sell, or hold? For me, it's a hold. The reason it's a hold is this project isn't going to pump massively this bull cycle. We've got 12 months left. So we're basically looking at a 5-year plan for CrypSure. So is it a buy? Is it a sell? It's a hold. It's a hold for me. I would certainly hold it. Now, what is likely to happen in the next 12 months is that it's going to get more merchants adopt it. Maybe it will have milestones of 500 or 1,000 or 5,000 merchants holding it. That's going to pump the price each time, admittedly. That's why I'm going to hold. Now, if the price drops dramatically over the next 6 months, I would look to buy. Okay, I don't know what the price is going to launch at. I don't know what the company valuation is just yet, but I would look to buy if the price drops significantly. But this isn't a sell, okay? This isn't a sell, but neither is it going to make you a millionaire in the next 6 months. So that's my honest opinion. I've completely overrun. I do apologize. Thank you to everybody that has come into the chat. Jane is here. Hello, Jane. And Diamut is here. JS Lucky Cat Swimming. Hello to all of you. Thank you for coming in. We also have over on the other channel a big thank you. Hidden Agendas, Velvet Rope, and Kishan. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking part in this CrypSure deep dive. I hope you have enjoyed it. I am pleasantly surprised by just how good this project is. In total, I would give it an 8 out of 10. So that is my final review. Have a great evening. I will see you all next week. Remember, Brogan is doing the live stream tomorrow. So take care and have a great afternoon.